Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Skybite Studios, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at the relatively new War for Cybertron Trilogy Transformers Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe. And there he is. Once again, I like how these boxes look for the Siege line. I think it looks really cool, this kind of trapezoid shape. There you can see the figure inside the box. You have some artwork right there of him. And then on this side you have this picture that's on all of the Siege boxes on the back. There he is. He has 16 steps, which is weird because he has more steps than Hound, and this is one of those Transformers you could kind of guess where everything goes. It's got that classic transformation of the arms being on the side or under the vehicle, and the legs being the back, and then the hood folds down to become the chest. But yeah, that's really interesting. And then nothing too spectacular on the bottom or on the top. And there it is. Let's get him out of his packaging, and we're once again going to be using my little Batman pocket knife. Alright everyone, here we have Deluxe Class Sideswipe opened up and in his vehicle mode. And as always with my reviews, please stay tuned to the end because I will be showing both transformations, first from vehicle to robot mode and then from robot to vehicle mode. So stay tuned. So there he is. He is in his very G1 looking sports car mode. I don't know if it's a Lamborghini. It looks very Lamborghini-esque. But yeah, it looks really, really nice. Here we have the weapon right here. And you can plug it into the several ports on the side here. There's one here, one on top, and then the 3 here. So it's actually just 3 in his vehicle mode. He does have a lot more when we transform him to robot mode. But yeah, there he is. You see I like this kind of techie looking pattern we could see on the windshield. I don't know why the name keeps escaping me. It does look very Cybertronian. It looks like it's not meant for a human or anyone to step inside. There are no doors, there's no like rear windshield or anything like that. Definitely no side view mirrors. So yeah, that's the Cybertronian version. There you can see the bottom, not really much visible robot parts other than the arms here. And as I said, this does have a classic transformation in the sides or the bottoms to become the arms, the back becomes legs, and this folds down to become the chest, revealing the head. Which is, I don't have a problem with that. It's classic. The reason why it's constantly used is because it constantly works. Now for height comparisons or size comparisons, I don't have any Siege figures. Oh yeah, I do. I have Hound here. That's what they look like together. Sideswipe is a bit longer, but this one's definitely beefier and taller. Yeah, and there you have that. For some Studio Series figures to compare it with, here is the new KSI Sentry figure. That's what they look like together. Kind of an Earth sports car and a Cybertronian sports car. And here's a figure I think most of us have. It's a version of the Studio Series 01 Bumblebee, the original one. This is Studio Series 19, but again, the same mold. This one's a lot skinnier. Yeah, and there you go. In terms of colors, it's pretty basic. It's red primarily. There's some black here for the windshield, for the size of the pattern here. You got some silver on the rims, on the tires here. Got a Autobot. I think it's a sticker. Oh, it is not a sticker. It looks like a sticker, but it's actually painted on there. I can't like peel it or anything, but I can scratch it, so I will be careful with that. And there is no like the battle damage or scuff marks that the Siege line is going for. There's not really any at all. Here you could definitely see it at the bottom, but that's for robot mode. And speaking of which, we'll get him transformed. Now this transformation is pretty simple and pretty fun. So you're gonna fold up what is supposed to be the doors, fold them up here, and then we're gonna kind of take out the arms. Let's do that. Just fold them out just like this and out, so they're out of the way. just like that. Now we'll get the legs out, and for that you're gonna fold these parts open. I'm gonna fold them back, and then you can see this part right here, it's gonna start coming in, and that gives you access to the knees, so he has a wider range of articulation there. And then we're gonna fold down the feet, just close these panels back up and rotate at the waist, and there you have that. You're gonna fold in these door pieces in just like that, and just bring this down. Oh, before do that, the waist piece, bring that up. Now you can bring it all the way down, and there you go. Just gonna tab, or not really tab, but put that into place there. The arms, fold out the fists, split the legs, and there you pretty much have Sideswipe in his robot mode. And of course he does have his weapon that splits apart if you want to give him two weapons. I personally just like how it looks together, and you have a lot of options. You could put it in his hand, of course, that's what I typically do, or you could put it on the many ports on the side. 1, 2, 3 here, 2 on the arms, and that's the same on the other side. And then you have the one back here, so he has 7 ports that you could plug weapons into. And in terms of articulation, it's pretty standard. The arm goes out that far, 360 because of the swivel. You got elbow bend here, which is about 90 degrees. You got no wrist swivel, but there is a tilt there due to transformation, and you have a bicep swivel right there. For the head's on a ball joint, so you got a little bit of up motion, and you get a little bit of down, and of course 360 all the way around. No waist articulation. Oh yeah, my bad. This rotates just like that, and then you got slightly less than 90 degree bend at that knee, but again, it would have been worse if this part didn't go down to expose that joint. And you could go forward that much, backward that much, go out that much. You gotta swivel there at the thigh, and you do have ankle pivot, which is really nice. The Siege figures really like their ankle pivots. I think Megatron's the only one that doesn't have it. And there you go. The colors are still there primarily, of course, the red, the Sideswipe red. And then you do have some of the white that's more exposed here on the thighs and on the arms. You got the black for the hands, and you got the black right here and the silver on the feet. And then we do see the scuff marks here, so you can see there's some on his waist, not any on his arms, chest, or head, or anything like that. You got some on the shins right there, a little bit on the feet, not much on the back. I think the back cleans up really nicely. It's not really any kibble, I don't think, whatsoever. So the designers made good use of the plastic on this figure. And let's take a look at that head sculpt. So there you can see very classic G1-y looking head sculpt, where it doesn't look too mechanical. There's a mixture of humanoid and robotic parts. It looks kind of like a shiny human wearing a helmet. And you got the horns here. There's no light piping on this head whatsoever, as you can see. So yeah, very nice. It's just a silver and black, and you got some blue on the eyes. Yeah, and there you go. I'm gonna give him his weapon right here really quick as we do some height comparisons in robot mode. First we'll do some Siege figures. Here we have him next to Megatron, Voyager class Megatron from the Siege line. Very nice height difference there. And we'll bring out his leader, which is Optimus Prime. Once again, a very nice height difference right there. And for the fun of it, we'll bring out some Studio Series figures. Here we have Dropkick. He is shorter than taller than Dropkick from the new Bumblebee movie. And yeah, considerably smaller, and he's a lot bulkier than this guy, but I still like him. And just for fun, we'll bring out Studio Series 01 Bumblebee right there. That's what they look like. So even though this is kind of small for deluxes for what we used to, especially thinking back to the original 2007 movie where deluxes were taller, this is a good size. He, as you can see, he was bigger than a lot of the Studio Series deluxes that I brought out. And yeah, there he is. Not much else to say about this figure other than I really enjoy it. I like the classic look of him, and that's what they're going for. It's kind of like an updated version of the G1 figures. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now let's transform him back into vehicle mode. Pull out the weapon right here. Transformation back is not anything too complex at all, so just fold in the fist. We're gonna work on the legs first right here. Open these panels up, and then you're gonna push on this part, and that'll bring this piece back there to fill in the car pieces. I'll do it from the back here as well. That'll fill it in. That gives you space to fold up feet just in there. Now you're gonna rotate this all the way around. You're going to fold all of this up. Oh, before that, let's get this out of the way. Fold the chest up and get the doors out. That should give you the proper clearance to go all the way back. Yeah, there you go. Fold this all the way back. Hold this all the way back. You could tab them together at this point, locking them in place. There you go. Just close these panels up, and there you have the legs all transformed. And there you go. Now we're gonna fold in, oh, try to get this out of the way, peg that into place, fold in the arms like this, and they'll just rest right into place. Do the same thing for the other side. Just bend it at the elbow, that'll rest into place right in there. Now you could close the doors up, that'll peg into the arms, and the last step is to just bring the waist piece in, covering the head, and just plug in the weapon wherever you'd like. And there you have Siege Deluxe Class Sideswipe back in his vehicle mode. And my thoughts on the figure, I like it. I like the simplicity of it. It's definitely a welcome change from the Studio Series figures with their complexities, which I don't mind at all. But it's, you know, it's good to have some variety in what Hasbro is giving us. This figure is really good. It's not spectacular, but that's just because we've had better figures before, even though there's not really anything wrong with this figure that I could immediately think of. It's just all around good. And should you get it? Yes. If you like the Siege line, definitely go out and get this. Like I said in a previous video, I typically don't go for the mainline stuff from Hasbro Transformers other than movies. So it really does say a lot, for me at least, to want to get the Siege figures. There's something about them that I really like. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this review. If you have any questions about this figure or any Transformers in general, leave a comment down below. If I don't get back to it, hopefully someone in the comment section will. And as always, please subscribe, like the video, and thanks for watching. See you guys later.